Every now and then, though, we come across something that really gets our blood pumping. A car that stands out above the rest. And this is one such machine, the all-new Ford Mustang. It's certainly not every day we get to say that, so let's take a moment and drink it in. Recently revealed in Detroit, the new Mustang has a long and storied legacy to maintain, especially as we head into an age of electrification. And that brings us on to the hot topic of what's under that long bonnet. Well, we're delighted to report that the new Mustang has a V8. Even better, between said V8 and the driver is a manual gearbox. It seems then that not all hope is lost for the devout petrolheads. Details on the figures produced by the engine remain under wraps for now, but we can tell you it's still a 5-litre, so we can expect upwards of 450 horsepower that you get in the outgoing car. The so-called Gen 4 V8 features rev matching for heel and toe style downshifts, as well as a new dual air intake and a throttle body on each bank of cylinders. If the 6-speed manual isn't to your taste, there will also be a 10-speed auto on offer, with both gearboxes sending power to the rear wheels. A smaller 4-cylinder motor will also be offered, but both versions get improved handling. The chassis is said to be an improvement over the old one, with reduced compliance from steering wheel to tyre, as well as a faster steering ratio to sharpen cornering. It should be a proper driver's car then, and that's before we've seen any Shelby variants.
On the styling front, the 2024 Mustang is a clear evolution of what's come before. Proportionately, it's similar to the current model, but with sharper lines and a bigger front grille, it looks much more modern. It's clearly still a Mustang, but one that isn't as caught up in harking back to the 60s and 70s. It looks more aggressive, with vents on the bonnet and massive 19-inch wheels hiding some new Brembo brakes. At the back, the signature 3-bar tail lights have been remodelled, while 4 big exhaust tips poke out of the rear diffuser. It looks fantastic, and it's a similar story inside, where we find an all-new cabin. The biggest talking point of the interior is the screens. No more physical dials, instead there's a 12.4-inch digital dash blended seamlessly into a 13.2-inch infotainment screen with Ford's latest Sync 4 operating system displaying drive modes and navigation. Worryingly, many of the physical controls have been moved to the screen, but this does create a pleasingly clean dashboard and centre console, even if it doesn't look quite as up-to-date as rivals from Europe.
That said, most of its Euro rivals won't pack so much under their bonnets. Go for a Continental V8 and you'll be looking at something twice the price of a Stang. Z4's basic Caymans and fast TTs all make do with fewer cylinders, and if the current Mustang is anything to go by, they're the cars it'll be priced against. Over in the States too, the Mustang is now in a class of its own. Dodge is killing off the Challenger at the end of next year, while the Chevy Camaro is really starting to feel its age. The Ford Mustang looks set to be one of the most exciting new releases of next year, and one of the last ever V8-powered manual coupes.